Hey there, welcome in. It's Heather with Heather's Healing, and I'm here to do a reading for not air signs. I'm here to do a reading for water signs for the month of May 2026. And water signs, that's going to be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And the question that we're asking is, what is the breakthrough this month? What is transitioning this month? And any other information that comes through, we are open to that. Thanks so much for being here. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread. And let's go ahead and get started for water signs. I hope you're having a wonderful month so far. Be sure to check out the video for May's reading to get kind of the overall feel of the month. All right, so water signs. Let's look at your energy this month. What are you bringing to the table? You got the Fool. That's funny. When I was shuffling this card before I started recording, this card popped out. So we've got the Fool. Nice. Oh, you're open-minded, open to new experiences, maybe even craving a new adventure. You're ready for a change, which is great because one of the overall energies that I was feeling for this month was a breakthrough, a transition in your life. And it's almost like that breakthrough is what pushes you to make some big changes in your life. So I love this energy. Major Arcana card. So this is a huge energy, but it's a fresh start. It's new opportunities. Feeling like a free spirit. You're kind of open to, anything really, especially with the energy of Uranus here, which is unexpected. You are open to unexpected. It's funny, as I was saying that, I was thinking of the energy of Cancer and feeling the energy of Cancer, and a lot of Cancers feeling, no, I don't really want any unexpected energy. But actually, maybe you are ready for some unexpected energy with this Uranus energy coming through. I like that. I also like the way they've depicted the dog on this card. It looks like a little mini wolf, which I think is really cute. All right, so what is the question? Spirit, what is the question? What is the question, situation, issue? What would you like to bring to water signs' attention this month? Or maybe what are you bringing to their attention this month? What is the question for water signs? Let's see what we've got. We've got the Six of Pentacles here. So some really nice earth energy here. We have the energy of give and take, cause and effect, push and pull. What I'm feeling from this card, though, and what I'm hearing is, what are you willing to give up in exchange for something better, or in exchange for whatever energy you're wanting to bring in, because you definitely are ready for some new experiences. I'm also hearing I've been left unsettled. And I'm sure many of you over the past few years have had a lot of experiences that have maybe left you feeling a little unsettled. And I think that that's why you are ready for something new And you've been pushed out of your comfort zone enough times now that you're ready for this. So what are you willing to give up? Another way you could look at this is what needs to go. Maybe you don't really want to give it up, whatever this thing is. And I feel like it is going to be a physical thing. It could also be a way of being, it could be a habit of yours, something that you do every day. But I do feel like this is going to be something, you know, physical. So a habit, a resource, something you do every day. Think cause and effect. Is there something standing in your way? Is there something that maybe you're using as a block to not move forward? I feel like that's the question that's being asked here with the Six of Pentacles. So what are you not seeing in your everyday life? What are you not seeing, or what maybe do you not want to see? It's going to be something that isn't working well. It's something that you've probably been skirting around or trying to avoid. What is this? Let's see why this is a problem. For some of you, it could be the amount of energy and effort you give to others without taking care of yourself, or, you know, without filling your cup first, or taking a break for yourself. Why is this a problem? Let's get some additional information here. What I'm hearing is it's blocking your peace. So what in your life is blocking your peace? And it could even be yourself. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got the Seven of Cups. We've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. This really does feel like whatever this is that's blocking your peace, I feel like you are very aware of it, and you are intentionally not wanting to look at it. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's almost kind of like an illusion, which is interesting because the Six of Pentacles, this is the moon in Taurus, and the energy of the moon is often the subconscious, something that you are, maybe a way you're overcompensating, or trying to prove your worth. The moon in Taurus it's going to be focused on you, your home, your well-being, but it's the subconscious. You might not fully be aware of it, yet I kind of feel like you are, especially with the Seven of Cups here. I do feel like this has to do with how you view yourself, and how you view yourself. I think you project that out onto others, and maybe you feel like others perceive you in a particular way. Negatively, maybe I feel like you are thinking people perceive you in a negative way when really they don't. This is your inner world, or your inner voice coming out, and it's projected onto other people. So this is kind of feeling like whatever, and this could be different for some of you, but this is kind of feeling like water signs, like you are standing in the way of your peace. I'm wondering if maybe this is also stories that you tell yourself. It's just ways that you keep yourself stuck. And clearly with this energy of the Fool here representing your energy this month, you're ready to live differently, you're ready to do things different. And it could be a complete lifestyle change or a total overhaul of your entire life, or maybe just an area of life. So what is standing in the way of your peace? Is it the lack of maybe determination, or the lack of energy to pursue what it is that you want to pursue? I don't know. Feel into that and see what comes up this month. I mean, this is unfolding over the month of May. There's also a lot of energies really supporting, astrologically, there's a lot of energies supporting you making changes in your life. And bold changes. I feel like I needed to make sure I said bold. All right, let's look at the recent past, see where you're coming from. Recent past. I don't know if you could hear that. That's Pow. You might not be able to hear her. She's trying to get my attention. Recent past, we've got the Four of Coins, the Four of Pentacles here. What I'm feeling from this is rigid energy, unwilling to change, not wanting to change, and really wanting to hold on tight to everything that you have. This could even be people. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's important. What I'm feeling from this is you have put a lot of your security on resources and people and things that are temporary. Yes, I know everything in this life is temporary, but I feel like where this might be tripping you up a little bit is you need to be your security. You need to be your peace. You need to be your sanctuary. And if you are putting this responsibility or attaching those energies to someone else or a thing, you're never really going to feel at peace, because that person could leave, that thing could go away. But you, in this life, you always have you. So cultivating, peace within yourself, and you need to be a safe place for you. So coming from holding on really, a really rigid, holding on tightly to things that are conditional, temporary. I feel like many of you, I feel like you've made a lot of peace with this. Otherwise, I don't think you would be showing up as the energy of the Fool, ready to, take your chances at something new. So I do feel like there's been a lot of healing, and I think there's been a lot of healing here with that. I feel like you've had a lot of realizations too, as far as this past rigid holding on tight to everything. Let's look at your mindset this month for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What is your mindset? Let's take this one. The High Priestess. Nice. I like this energy. You're keeping to yourself. You're not sharing a lot of your thoughts, feelings, or ideas with others. You're holding your cards close to you. I feel like you're also really evaluating yourself and also others, your life, kind of everything. I feel there's a really, there's like a karmic energy to this. There's a balancing energy to this. And again, this is where your mind is at. And perhaps you have been really considering, you know, what is it that I want? Who am I now? What do I know about myself? I know we were talking about the energy of the moon here. The high priestess also has that energy of the moon. Interesting, we've got a lot of moon energy, plus you guys are water signs. So that energy is even more heightened. But what I'm really feeling from this is you're understanding yourself in a more profound way. You're learning something new about yourself, which is great because we're always learning something new about ourselves. But that's kind of your mindset. I feel like you're going deep and you're figuring out a lot of things about yourself. You're having a lot of realizations this month, but you're keeping it to yourself, which is probably smart, especially for those of you that may have a person that could be standing in the way of your peace. Because I feel like with this card, there could be some codependency energy here with some of you. So if you were to share this with that person, they might try to talk you out of taking a leap of faith or being brave or, you know, whatever. So I think that's smart. I'm just seeing what else I feel about these cards before I move on here. I would also encourage you to not talk yourself out of this energy that you're in, because you're definitely desiring something new. This could also be creating something new, building something new. So don't talk yourself out of it. Allow yourself to be uncomfortable if you need to be uncomfortable. And you're probably not going to have it all figured out this month either. But just see what unfolds. Let's take a look at the near future. Near future for water signs. And I'm feeling specifically, this is 3 to 4 months down the road. So where are we? May, June, July, August. So August, September. Near future. Queen of Cups. Well, this certainly would be you. We've got your energy here showing up in a state of mastery. So I feel like whatever you are processing this month, you step into mastery in this near future. So August, September. This is also feeling more grounded. You're grounded into who you are, feeling more at home with yourself, feeling, I feel like whatever shifts are going on this month, I feel like you understand it and you're feeling more comfortable with these shifts around August, September. Now, for some of you, I do feel like this is a new home, that you are moving into a new home, relocating. I have that kind of feeling from the chalice that she's holding here. And also some of you that may be grieving right now, I feel like that, not that grieving is gone, but I feel like you have found a place for that. You feel more settled. So if you are feeling unsettled right now, just know around August, September, you're feeling more settled. And I think you have a deeper understanding of why a lot of what has happened has happened. I think things are going to start making more sense to you. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's look at advice and guidance regarding finding your peace, taking this leap of faith, the transition changes that you might be going through this month. What's the advice here from your guides? What is the advice for water signs? Ride the waves is what I'm hearing. We've got the King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so ride the waves because you could be feeling really emotional. One, the water signs that you are, but also there's a lot of moon energy that we've already talked about. So the advice here, we've got the King of Swords. I wouldn't... Especially with the ride the waves, I feel like don't rush into anything. Take your time and allow yourself to fully understand why you're wanting to make the changes that you're wanting to make. Because I feel like for some water signs, there could be a desire here to be impulsive and just make a move just because you're feeling so uncomfortable and you're wanting to get out of this uncomfortable feeling. But the advice from the King of Swords would be logical, get a lot of information, do your research before you make any major changes. Are you trying to escape something? I'm really focused on the butterfly right above his head. Are you trying to avoid feeling uncomfortable through this transition that you're going through? So get information, get facts, use logic. And I just keep hearing avoid flighty behavior. And again, that's taking me back to trying to escape feeling uncomfortable or feeling unsettled. So just allow yourself to feel unsettled this month. And I kind of feel like you guys have been feeling unsettled for a while. So, I mean, that doesn't make it better, but this isn't new to you is what I'm trying to say. The King of Swords, it's also having a plan. Interesting. Okay. You know, the other thing that I keep hearing is cutting ties. So I don't feel like that message is for everyone here, but I think for some of you, before you can move on to the next adventure, you got to cut some ties with some people. There's some loose ends that need to be cleaned up before you really should move forward or move on. There's some loose ends that need to be tied up. All right. Let's take a look at the outside influence around you. This could be other people, people around you, the environment around you, the energy around you. This isn't always something that you have any control over. The energy around you, the outside influence. What's going on around you this month? We have the Strength card in reverse. Card number 8. In reverse. I mean, to me, this really feels really needy. That's probably why you're keeping things really close to you. Your ideas, your thoughts, your plans, you're keeping them really close to you. Probably because you know if you were to share it with others, it's not going to help this needy energy that's around you. That's what I'm feeling from this. And I do feel like these are people that really rely on you to be like the grounding pillar. They rely on you to show up in a certain way. They don't like you to change or act different. They need you to be consistent because there's really nothing else consistent in their life. I feel like this happens a lot with water signs. And I feel like this energy, I mean, of course it's going to weigh on you, but I do feel like it really does weigh on you. And I kind of wonder if that's their plan. I wonder if maybe consciously, for some, maybe unconsciously, these people do this because they know it wears you down. It wears on your energy, and you're less likely to make any changes. You're less likely to step out of their comfort zone. I don't really like that energy at all. We can come back to that if we can pull some clarifiers. Let's see where else we go with this. And again, you know, if what is blocking your peace is a codependent relationship, I mean, it's definitely showing up really strongly in the energy surrounding you. And just know that if that is the case, that person knows what they're doing, and they're doing it on purpose to keep you where you are. And, you know, and for others, this could be the energy of you're a caretaker for someone, you know, so they are needy, and it is your responsibility to take care of this person. So for some of you, that could be what this is too. Hopes and fears. What are your hopes and fears? What's going on here? And if you'd like to book a one-on-one and dive deeper into your situation, we can do a reading similar to this for your personal situation. All right. Hopes and fears for water signs. What are your hopes and fears? What's going on here? And sometimes the hopes and fears are the same. It's a hope and it's a fear. Let's see what's going on. King of Wands. I like this. So there's so much like independent energy that's wanting to come through. You know, the desire to have freedom with this Fool card, to be free, to be like unattached. That's what I'm really feeling. From you, the desire to be unattached, to be free, to not have, you know, your roots really anywhere. It's a really airy energy. Hopes and fears. I think this is kind of a combination of both, but it feels very positive. So I'm going to lean more into the hope. This is the energy that you're wanting. That, you know, it's very charismatic. It's a fire sign. The King of Wands is a fire energy. So it's motivated, action-oriented. You know, these are the types of people that just, if they see something, they go out and they get it. They don't overthink things. They just do it. They follow their dreams. They follow their passions. Nothing really stands in their way. They just really go for it. This lion on the chair is really standing out to me And we've also got the Lion here on the Strength card. I feel like those are related. It could also be just desiring to be free of whatever this is, whatever this suffocating energy is that is around you, wanting to burn through that, be free of that. And you can certainly have that. I love the wands. I love the fire energy. It's not rigid, it's very flexible, just like you guys are. You guys are water signs. You're very flexible. Water can move around anything. But the difference between that I'm feeling right here, the difference between that water energy of moving around things and the energy, the flexibility of fire is the fire is demanding, commanding. It stands up for itself. It asks for what it wants. It demands what it wants. It isn't moving around or adapting to a situation or a person or a thing. It's creating the environment that it wants to be in. And I feel like that's what you are really wanting for yourself. And again, I'm going to say, I feel like that's supported. I think it's supported by your soul, your higher self, your guides. And of course, this is going to look different for each of you because everyone's in a different situation. But I'm feeling less passive energy here and more, I don't want to say aggressive, but it's, what's a better word? Assertive. And there's an assertive energy here. There's you becoming more assertive. Let's look at the potential outcome. What can you expect? What can you expect this month? Potential outcome, or even for this near future version of you. There's really strong energy here with these cards. You know, these aren't passive cards. So I think you can expect you are becoming a new version of you. You're not going to put up with a lot of the things that you put up with before. You're just not doing it. All right, what can you expect? This is potential outcome. Yeah, you can expect to there are calmer waters ahead. You're moving into a less tumultuous time. You get a break, water signs. You're going to get a break. And so this is nice. This is moving out of troubled waters, moving out of chaos. And the first thing I felt was moving out of a bad relationship, a codependent. So some of you guys, I feel like those of you that are in a codependent, unhealthy relationship, I do feel like this is a breakup. This is you getting the help that you need to get out of that unhealthy situation. But you get a break. That's really nice. There's better times ahead. You are getting a break. So enjoy that, enjoy that while you have that. It's the Six of Swords. And you do have helpful people around you too. Just, keep that in mind. You have people that are willing to help you, that are wanting the best for you. So, ask for help when needed. The King of Swords is definitely an energy that he knows what he needs and he's going to ask for help and support. And with this Six of Swords and this King of Swords, I do feel like those of you that are you know, planning to leave an unhealthy relationship or even an abusive relationship, this is coming up with that plan ahead of time before you take the action. All right. So I do want to pull. I do feel like water signs overall, the breakthrough that you're having, it's to reclaim yourself, your sovereignty, your power. It's a reclamation of you. All right, so I do want to pull a card for each sign. So a message from your guides. So Cancer, a message for Cancer from your guides and guardians. The Hermit, we've got card number 9. I feel like for Cancer, I mean, you guys are wise old souls. I really feel that. And especially with the Hermit card here, I feel like you are, and if you have water signs in your life, I feel like you are the support system. You are the guardian for them. This month, I feel like you are also the voice of reason. And you're probably the voice of reason for many people in your life. But that's what I'm really feeling from this card. And because of the work that you've done and all that you have gone through, you're able to really shine your light. And I feel like you're being asked to shine your light in whatever way you do that. But it's, you know, showing up for people. It's really you being you. I feel like you have a lot of wisdom to share, and maybe you're hesitant to do that, but do it. Share your wisdom, share your light, and, you know, share your support with others. And I know you do that very well. I love the Hermit energy. He's like the magician or the Merlin. He's it's a very magical energy. And that is you, Cancer, and that's what you do for others. All right, so let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio, a message from your guides and guardians. What do they want you to know? And then I'm going to pull an oracle card too for all of you. Scorpio, the world. It's a whole new chapter ahead of you. It's a whole new world, and it's a whole new book ahead of you. You know, this is saying farewell to the life before. And as you move into the rest of this year, you know, it's uncharted territory. You've never been here before. And yeah, that's true for all of us. But that feels really true for you, because I know we all have seasons in our life where the days feel like they're the same. You know, you do the same thing. It's just kind of all the same. But that's not the case for Scorpio. As you move into this next era of life, you are a completely different person. Your circumstances have changed. Everything has changed in a very radical way. You already know this, but I feel like that's just confirmation. And what I'm hearing is you're supported and blessed as you move forward. You are, not only do you have wonderful people around you, but you also have, you know, angelic support, the support from your guides and guardians. Ask them for help when you need it. This almost feels like stepping out of a cocoon and You know, it's going to take you a minute to get your feet underneath you and to understand and feel into who you are now. Because I do feel like for Scorpio, this is like everything has changed. You know, you may not even know what your next step is going to be or what you want to do. It feels like everything has really shifted in a big way for Scorpio. All right, Pisces, a message from your guides and guardians. What does Pisces, what does Pisces need to know? Advice and guidance from Spirit for Pisces. We have got the Six of Cups in reverse. You know what's interesting about all of this? All of these cards, it feels like a farewell. It's saying goodbye. It is, it's a farewell energy. And how each one of you is dealing with it in a different way. Pisces, this is a farewell of your past self, your past life. It has a similar energy to what Scorpio is going through, but it doesn't feel as extreme. This could also be you letting go of an identity that you have held on to. You're letting that go, and you're allowing that to stay in the past. You're realizing that you're a totally different person. I also feel like for Pisces, for some of you, this is you cutting ties with people from your past. You're finally closing out those chapters. The loose ends message that I had, I feel like is probably very relevant for Pisces, because I feel like that's what's happening here with this Six of Cups in reverse. It's, you know, it's really letting go of anything that wasn't serving you as far as emotional ties, commitments, people. This could also be unrealistic expectations that you've had of yourself or even of others. It's your past stories. It's things that, it's ways of coping, keeping yourself small. You're letting it go. And I also feel like your guides are really encouraging you to do that. But I feel like you do. I feel like you've already started doing this work. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords, being at a crossroads. I feel like that's a great way of summing up this month for water signs. It's at a crossroads, and by the time this month is over, you will have a direction. You will have a direction. Let's go ahead and pull a oracle card. And I'm wishing you all the best this month. And I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm grateful that you're going through the shifts and changes that you're going through to become the person that you're meant to be. It's not easy, so thanks for being here and being brave. I sometimes think that I would love to know what the conversation was when we were in heaven before we came here. Like, how did they sell us on coming here? What was that conversation like? Or did we sell ourselves on coming here? I don't know. All right, final message for water signs. Self-reflection. Waning gibbous, self-reflection, card number 17. I didn't really look at the numbers. I know we had an 8 with that strength card. I guess that wasn't important, or else it would have been brought to my attention. But self-reflection, huge. Again, just another validation that this month is about you and your change, your transformation, and how you saw yourself, how you see yourself, and how you want to see yourself in the future. All right, you guys, have a fantastic May. Again, if you'd like to book a one-on-one, the links are below. Take great care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Hey, fire signs, welcome in. It's Heather with Heather's Healing, and I'm here to look at the energy of May as it relates to you. So this is going to be for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So thank you so much for being here. So if you watch the May energy update video, you will know that there's a big breakthrough coming through for all of the signs. It seemed like a transitioning, a transformation, and unfolding this month. So what I'm going to ask for fire signs is, what is the breakthrough? What is the realization that is coming through for you? May 2026. And thanks so much for being here. All right, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's look at your energy this month. What are you bringing to the table? Nice, I like this. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. So a focus here on traditions within families, roots, lineage, heritage, that sort of thing. This can also be generational wealth. What I'm really feeling from this, though, the overall feeling is grounded, stable, feeling secure, your needs are met, you have money, there's really no major worries or concerns. And again, there is a focus here on traditions, specifically traditions within your family. Nice. Ten of Pentacles, I like it. Okay, so what are we asking? What is the breakthrough? What is the breakthrough for fire signs? What is shifting for them? It'll be interesting to see what comes through for you guys. What do we have? We have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands in reverse. The first thing I was hearing is you're detached. You're detached from drama, which congratulations. But this to me feels like you've made a conscious effort to step away from drama. You've made a conscious effort to step out of this. And there's definitely a freedom that comes from doing that. So what I'm wondering this month is if it's not so much of a breakthrough for you, but reaping the rewards of this choice of, choosing to step out of drama. You're just not buying into it. You're not playing into it. You can see it for what it is. And you're choosing not to participate. And I feel like you are going to reap the rewards of that decision. It can also be finding solutions to problems. Overall, so far, this feels, again, very grounded. You know what you're going after. You know who you are. This is really calm energy. I like this. You're finding solutions to problems. You're not participating in the drama. What else can we know about the breakthrough, the shift, this Five of Wands What else can we know about this? I will say so far, I think fire signs, so far this month, your guys' energy feels the, I don't want to say easiest, but there's definitely a smooth energy here. Nice. Speaking of problem solving, you know, we've got the Ace of Swords coming through. You know, this is the type of energy where if a problem surfaces, you almost immediately have the solution, you have the answer. I feel like you're really in tune to not only yourself, but the world around you, and you're picking up information from everything. You're really in tune to the energy around you, and you're picking up that information. You know, the Ace of Swords, this is truth, which makes sense with stepping out of the drama here. You can see people for who they are. You're not blindsided by anything or anyone. You're very aware. You're very present, grounded, and aware. And I think because you are so grounded, that's why you are so aware of the information. It's a lot of mental clarity, new ideas, new inspirations. Interesting. Nice. I like this. This is really nice energy. This is also, you know, these are new ideas coming in too. And it feels really refreshing. Let's look at your recent past. Fire signs, let's look at your recent past and see where you're coming from. Recent past for fire signs. Let's see what comes up. King of Wands, this is representing you. This is your energy here. So really being immersed in your element. This is being really charismatic, on the go, fast moving energy, probably traveling, mingling with others, connecting with others. It's a very outgoing energy. And I do feel like you have, at least this month, you have definitely slowed down quite a bit. And I do feel like this is very intentional. You're probably maybe taking time out for yourself, again, connecting with family, traditions, that sort of thing. But really nice energy here. You have been immersed in your element, being who you are, really in tune with your truth, what you value, what you desire, what's important to you. And that's also probably why you made the decision here to step out of the drama and not participate in that. Nice. So far, it's been a very straightforward reading. Good job, fire signs. It's nice when it feels like everything's just coming together, you know? That's a really nice feeling. Let's take a look at what is on your mind this month. What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? What's taking up your headspace? Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. Enjoying the good life. You definitely are focused on you. You're focused again on your peace. Nine of Pentacles. This could also be focused on self-employment, entrepreneurship. Maybe some of this divine inspiration has inspired you to branch out and work for yourself or to start a business. This could also be on your mind. But overall, it's really focused on enjoying your life, enjoying everything that you've worked really hard to receive. Again, this is, you know, the thoughts of being abundant, having money. And if you aren't feeling abundant, it's definitely on your mind. You're thinking about, you're not worried about it, but you're thinking about, how can I make my life more comfortable? How can I make my home more comfortable? I mean, we are in Taurus season, so, you know, there is a focus here on home, family, you know, that type of energy. And it is very practical. It's slow and steady. There's a focus here on the finer things in life, the things that you don't need to have, but they sure make your life more enjoyable. You know, fine arts could be a part of this card. So really thinking about how you can invest in yourself, your home, your life, just making your life more comfortable. And again, not only just for you, but for family, for others, for friends. Really nice. A lot of earth energy here. Many of you could be thinking about changing jobs. That could be on your mind too. Or how to get more money coming in. That could be on your mind too. But I'm not feeling any stress here. This feels really, the energy here feels really calm. And I also think because you are feeling calm and steady, it also makes it really easy for you to tune in to this divine inspiration, ideas, information, solutions that are coming in from all directions. Nice. Let's take a look at the near future for fire signs. I am feeling specifically 3 to 4 months down the road. So that's going to be around August, September. Near future for fire signs. Let's see what we've got here. Wow, look at this. So we have the 9 of Cups. Whatever you are working on right now, whatever you are building, if you're building something, whatever your focus is right now, it's really going to pay off around August, September. So really make it worthwhile. What are you focusing on? Be very intentional. And I think that you are, because I feel like fire signs, I feel like, you know, like I feel like you can feel something really profound or wonderful is on the horizon. But that's going to come from your intention and what you are putting your energy into. So make it good. The nine of Cups talks about dreams coming true. So what are you dreaming about? What are you inspired by? You know, this is making a wish and that wish coming true, you know, 3 to 4 months down the road. So this could be a short-term goal that you're working towards. But there's progress, there's victory, and there is success here with the 9 of Cups. And the cups are focused on emotion, spiritual endeavors. You know, this is going to be something very satisfying and long-term. You know, this isn't fleeting success. This is something that it doesn't have to be about work or anything like that. But this is feeling really satisfied and fulfilled. So that's really nice. So we do have 2 9s here. We've got a 10. You know, and I feel like with the nines here, the nines in tarot, it's your awareness of a plan unfolding, life's plan unfolding. It's kind of a magical place to be, and I feel like you guys are really tuning into that, and I think you're really aware of that. That's really nice. Advice and guidance. Advice and guidance for fire signs this month. And I'm also wondering if, you know, whatever your goal is, whatever you're working towards, whatever this wish is that you have, I'm wondering if it was inspired by something, you know, a year ago or, you know, maybe a couple of years ago, and things are finally starting to fall into place. You can see that things are falling into place. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. All right, advice and guidance. We've got the Eight of Pentacles here, another Earth card. Slow and steady. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep taking actions. It's the little things you do that are going to make the biggest difference, especially if you're working on a goal or, you know, whatever this wish is that you have. Slow and steady wins the race. Keep going. It's the small actions that build something massive. So keep going. Stay focused on the day-to-day, your day-to-day rituals, your day-to-day tasks. Everything you do reaps a reward. Everything that you do, you know, cause and effect kind of a thing here. So what energy are you building? What is it that you're building? And stay focused on that. And I feel like you guys are, fire signs, you feel very focused and very grounded, much more so than any of the other signs. The other thing that I find really interesting from your guys' energy is there's not a lot of confusion here. You're not doubting yourself. You know what you want. You're going after it. Even if you don't know exactly how things might unfold, you've got an idea of where you're going. And there's a lot of positive energy here too, which is really nice. I haven't seen that with any of the other signs this month. So thank you. Thank you for being positive. Nice. The rest of us need this. Let's take a look at the energy around you this month. Outside influences. This could be other people, the environments that you're in. And you're being very discerning. You know, it's like you're curating everything. You're being very mindful. You're thinking about, you're not haphazardly doing anything. You're really thinking it through. I think this Taurus energy is really working well for fire signs. All right. Outside influence. Oops, I didn't like that. Page of Pentacles. I feel like, gosh, you guys have so much earth energy around you. And I'm not surprised by this, but you are being very discerning on who you're spending time with. You have really curated, and I'm not surprised because we had this Five of Wands in reverse. You've really curated your world, the people around you, who you're spending time with. And you have surrounded yourself with curious people, people that are excited to learn new things, try new things. They have a younger energy about them. They're playful, inquisitive. You know, I feel like these people are also inspiring you. And perhaps you're working with a group of people on a project or something. That could be also what's going on here. But you're surrounded with people that are excited to learn new things. They're asking questions. They have a playful energy about them, but they're also very, they're They're very grounded and focused and goal-oriented. Nice, really nice energy surrounding you guys. You could be surrounded by a lot of earth signs, earth energy, grounded, rooted people. Let's take a look at your hopes and fears. Hopes and fears for fire signs for the month of May. Yeah, this energy feels very refreshing for fire signs. Hopes and fears, look at this. You've got the 10 of Cups here. So you have the 10 of Pentacles representing your energy. You've got the 10 of Cups here. I feel like this is the hope. Happiness, joy, being connected with loving, caring people. This could be, the card is the traditional happy family. They don't have a lot money-wise, but as far as happiness, joy, and love goes, it's abundant and unconditional. And that is, I feel, the ultimate dream here for fire signs is to connect with people that mean the most to you, that bring you joy, and you bring them joy. It's a very positive card. Happiness, joy, peace. This is also a very peaceful card. It's finding the joy in the simple things in life. And also not needing an extravagant lifestyle to find that happiness and joy. It's very simple. Nice. Let's look at the potential outcome for this month. Potential outcome for fire signs. Potential outcome for fire signs. This has been such a straightforward reading. Way to go. Way to go, fire signs. Potential outcome for the month of May. I'm not surprised. We have the World card. I think this is the only major arcana card that you guys got this month. Yep, it is. The World. What can you expect? A new chapter. You know, this is starting over. This could be a restart, going into a new era of life. This has came up for quite a few people, but for you, for some of the other signs, this new chapter, this new book, this new season of life has been thrust upon them because of changes outside of their control. I feel like for the majority of you, this change has come because of the changes you have decided to make. You know, you guys were being very proactive, and you made a lot of lifestyle changes and choices a while back, and now you're starting to see the benefits of that. So congratulations. Very positive card. It's successful endings. It's feeling victorious. And it's also accepting that, you know, maybe things didn't go exactly as you had planned. Maybe you didn't reach all of the goals. It doesn't matter. The overall thing here is to look at what worked, be grateful for everything that you learned, and deciding what are you going to take with you into this next chapter. And the rest of it, you just leave behind. So really nice. That's the potential outcome of May. And I kind of think for the rest of the year, really, for probably all of us, but the course that you guys are on, a lot of wonderful things can come out of this energy because you are being so intentional, you're focused, you're grounded, You are not being rash or impulsive. This is just a really nice momentum that you have for yourself here. So I do want to pull a card for each fire sign, and then I'll pull an oracle card right at the ending. And if there's anything that you'd like to delve into deeper, you can book a one-on-one, and I can do a similar style reading for you personally, and the links are below. All right, so a message for Aries. A message from Spirit for Aries. What would you like Aries to know? I can't remember who else got this card. 6 of Cups in reverse. Let me show you what it looks like. Up front, or I can't think of the word, not reversed. The 6 of Cups in reverse, Aries. This is leaving the past in the past, kind of what I was saying with this World card. I feel like this is cleaning up loose ends and also accepting the relationships that didn't work out. And perhaps you put in a lot of effort, you tried, you did your best. Not everyone is meant to be in your life forever. And I feel like there is an acceptance that is coming in, or you're being asked to accept that so that you can move forward. Yeah, it's leaving the past in the past. Don't dwell on it. It isn't going to do you any good. Any failures that you perceive with relationships, any kind of failures around not being able to connect with someone, let it go. Let it go the best that you can so you can move forward. Don't blame or judge yourself or others. And I will also say, do your best to let go of resentments, Aries. All right, Leo, a message for Leo. Okay, one other thing, Aries, I want to say is don't try to figure people out. If this person is no longer in your life, just let it go. I feel like some Aries are trying to figure out what went wrong or what didn't work. Like you're trying to figure out someone from your past. Just let it go. If they're not in your life anymore, it's kind of a pointless exercise. Because I don't feel like it's helping you come to any conclusions. I don't feel like it's helping you in any sort of way. It's just keeping you stuck, resentful, and angry. All right, Leo, a message from Spirit to Leo. All right, Leos, what do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Page of Swords. The first thing I heard was stay curious, which I think that you guys really are. This is about gathering information. So I don't know what it is that you are working on or what's going on in your life, but gather as much information as possible before taking action or moving forward with something. And this is probably, I feel like this card is representing you in a lot of ways. You're seeking truth, you're gathering information. You could have a lot of enthusiasm here, but stay very curious. I also just want to mention that, and I'm not mentioning this for you to feel paranoid or anything, but people are watching you. For whatever reason, people are watching you. Maybe they're curious about what you're doing because they can see a shift in you and they're wondering what has changed or what you are doing, but people are watching you. So take that however you want to take that. I don't feel like it's malicious though. I feel like people are genuinely curious about what are you doing? So much has changed in your life. Like, what are you doing? I wouldn't be surprised if maybe people from your past reach out to you, just curious as to what you're doing, what you're up to. It's a fun energy. Okay, Sagittarius. A message for Sagittarius from Spirit. What do you need to know? A message for Sagittarius. We have the two of Pentacles. It's funny because I was feeling the energy of slowing down. Yeah, this is definitely slowing down. So Two of Pentacles. I kind of feel like you've already done this, but what do you need to stop doing or put down or take a break from, so that you can catch your breath? This is, you know, unloading things off of your agenda, off of your plate, so you can slow down, rest, take a break. That's what I'm feeling from this, is a need for rest. Rest and taking a break, slowing down. Less multitasking. It's a nice energy here, but I feel like you're probably already doing that. The slowing down, taking a break, giving yourself a breather. Very grounded energy for all of the fire signs. I really like that. It's very nice. Let's go ahead and pull one final card for the month of May 2026. And I hope you have a fantastic May. Looking at the cards, the overall energy looks really good for you guys. But you've also been putting in a lot of work. You know, you've made a conscious decision to be different and to show up differently. And it's showing up. Okay, so we have card number 24. It's a really pretty card. It's waning crescent moon, and the card says protection. I feel like this is protect your energy. And I feel like that's what you're doing. I also want to say, I do feel like that you're always divinely guided, but I also feel like you're divinely protected as well. It feels like your energy is there's like a cocoon of protection energy around you, is what I'm feeling. And protect your energy. And I feel like you are doing that because you chose to step out of drama. You've made a lot of choices to live a more peaceful life, and keep doing that. I also feel like this is just a clarifier and a validation that you are doing all of the necessary steps to protect yourself, heal yourself, ground yourself, so that you can be the best version of you. All right, fire signs, have a fantastic May, and I will talk to you real soon.